up? It's your girl Ella. Thank you for tuning in. Happy holidays. I hope you guys are having an amazing time. What I'm gonna show you today is how I got this red hair. I'm gonna just fold this. Anyways, yeah, I just wanted to bring this look for the holidays because there is still a pandemic going on, and this is actually a unit that so this unit is actually an old unit. It used to be like a lavender grayish kind of color, and it was pretty raggedy. It was a lot longer. So in this video, you'll see how I revamped it, restyled it, and I'm actually gonna do a few more of these videos just to let girls know that you don't always have to spend money on a brand new unit when you're trying to do something new, or you just want to try a new color or a new look. There are ways that you can bring an old wig completely back to life, and you'll see that in this video. So I hope you guys enjoy. Stay tuned.
Hey guys, so these are the colors that I use, but they will be listed down below. Right here I'm just showing you the unit. It's shabby, the color is kind of fading and the hair is really brittle, but we're gonna vamp that in 3, 2, 1. So I just parted 2 small sections evenly in the front because I wanted those 2 colors to be lighter. That's just crimson and truly red mix, and we're going to complete the back using the watercolor method. So right here I'm just mixing all 3 colors. My base is going to be crimson because it's that true red. I'm adding a little bit of wild cherry just to darken the color, make it a little more deep, and then the truly red to keep like that vibrancy to the red. So in a few moments I'm just adding little by little just to make sure I get the correct color. If you want to, you can take a paper towel just to test that color out, because it's a trial and error. For me, I pretty much know what I want, so I'm able to go ahead. I clipped those 2 lighter sections because I don't want to mix them into the watercolor method. I did accidentally get them wet, as you can see right there, but I still got the look that I wanted. And this is just me dipping the hair. You're going to have to make sure your color is distributed evenly, you're going to have to dip it more than one time. But you can just look and see where the color is a little dull or where it isn't all the way saturated. So you want to go back in until your unit is completely dyed and completely saturated to the color that you want. Something I always forget to mention in my videos is that you want to flip the wig under and you want to add Got To Be spray to that unit so that it stops the color from bleeding onto the knots, because you don't want that. It is possible to fix, but with a color like red especially, it's really difficult to undo. So you just want to make sure you spray it with Got To Be spray so that your lace in your knots are not dyed as well. I'm just using bedhead. I did not shampoo the hair, I only co-washed it, and I'm using bedhead. I actually got that conditioner from Target on sale. I'm sorry, not Target, TJ Maxx. So yeah, you can go. TJ Maxx has really good conditioner, and it's usually on clearance or on sale. So I just co-washed the hair using the bedhead conditioner, and I added a little oil. It really does just take a few moments just to fully saturate the hair, and it brings hair right back to life. If you have something like silicone mix, you can use that as well, but I find that the bedhead just works like a breeze. And so you want to rinse the unit until the water starts to run clear, and then you're good to go. I'm going to let this unit air dry for a little, and then I'll go in and blow dry.
Okay, so I just wanted to come on camera. I know I look crazy, but the wig is not done, but I just wanted to show how I blew it out and straightened it off camera. Everybody pretty much knows how to do that. If you guys are interested, I will include it in other videos, but this is just the final color, And there's actually like a lighter color underneath for the look I was going for. It's like two lighter strips in the front, but I actually decided to do like a side part. um, I am going to add layers and cut this unit just a little bit, but you'll see all of that later in the video. If I don't include it, it's just because it's really weird with my setup right now. But I have so many videos coming where I'll be figuring out what angle works best for me. So this is just the color, and now I'm going to show you guys how I actually install and customize.
Alright guys, I'm back and I will be switching from voiceover just to my regular audio. So what I'm doing right here is just trying out my wig. I'm going to outline the hairline for this unit using a red lip pencil. You can use anything that will pretty much show up on your skin. And I'm just going to outline that hairline because it helps give you a guide when installing the wig, and so you can get the perfect placement. Sometimes you can have it laid on your head perfectly. If you don't remember exactly where it is, it can be too low or too high, and you either look like an alien from your wig being too far back, or an alien from the unit being too close to your eyebrows. And so I'm just showing how I did that. Now I'm going to remove the unit from my head, and here comes in extra customization. My bald cap I did off camera. There are thousands of tutorials. If you guys would like to see me do one, let me know down below. But here goes my lip down. So what I'm showing here is I did use a lace tint spray, but the knots kind of did get dyed, because with red hair that just tends to happen sometimes. But I'm just going to go in with my foundation color and a old beauty blender, and I'm just going to tap that foundation into the lace. These are the steps that are very tedious, but they take your unit from looking old or raggedy or used and make them look new and popping. So you just want to take these extra steps just to make your unit and your install flawless. So I'm just going to continue tapping that foundation into the unit and keep going. And so this is Isha lace glue. I actually only have a really small sample because I was out of state, and this just happened to be the only glue that they had. But this is a really good lace glue. I really like them. I'm just taking small dots of the Ghost Bond because I actually didn't have enough of the Isha lace glue. I'm just taking my Ghost Bond Platinum and dabbing it throughout the entire hairline. And then I'm going to smooth it out with the end of my rat tail comb, and I'm going to blow dry that for a few moments, and then I'm going to let the rest air dry until it goes clear. I usually don't do any more than 2 layers just because I generally like to switch my units a lot, or I just like to wash my real hair. I don't keep units on for too long, but I do sweat. So I like to have a great install. So I do 2 layers. That's kind of my median. Before you install the unit, you want to make sure you take some rubbing alcohol and remove that line that you did to find out where to place your glue and place your unit, because now the glue can be your outline. Don't make the mistake of installing it and then trying to remove that pencil, because it will smear and just be a complete mess. In the beginning of figuring out my method of installing units, I used to do that and it used to be a complete mess. So please remove the pencil before you install the wig. And you can see that glue start to go clear. Ghost Bond takes a little bit longer than the Isha glue, which is why I was originally going for that one. But Ghost Bond is still a great glue. So I'm just going to do that second layer and then come back. All right, so now it is time to install our wig. So I'm just going to start with the back comb and place it in the middle of my head. And then I'm going to pull the unit forward. And you want to make sure if the unit has clips or combs on the side, you want to make sure you get those out of the way, because that can get caught in the glue and it'll just make for a mess. So I'm combing the hair back away from the hairline so that nothing gets caught. These are all the tedious steps that you want to take to make sure when you go to lay the lace, it is just the lace and the glue, and it can melt perfectly. Hair will interact with that. So now I'm just pulling the unit as close to the glue as possible without getting it on the glue, and that's just to make sure when I lay it down, it will be a perfect fit and a perfect install. I'm going to start with the left side. I know on camera it looks like the right, but it is the left side. And just because that's where my side part is, so that's the part of the hairline that's going to be exposed and it's going to be showing. And I want to make sure that that part is really flat and really seamless, because that's the part that is going to be visibly shown. And so I'm going to take a little more time with that. This is just, if you have a rat tail comb, you can use that just to tap the lace into the glue. And right here, I'm just making sure it's not too far down, it's not too low. And so I'm going to clip my hair back away. And there's excess lace in front of my ear, but I'm going to fix that last. That's why you don't see me. You see me actually tacking it down, but my ears are covered. That's going to be fixed. So now I am just going ahead with the remainder of the lace, and I'm just laying it down. I actually did the middle last because sometimes when you do the middle, it can be pushed too low, and it'll make you look like you have an inch of forehead space, and that is also not what you want. So you'll see me just adjusting and tweaking before I really tack the wig down, and so you'll just see me playing around with that for a few moments here. And already you can see what a difference that foundation made from when I first just placed the unit on my head to now. And so now that I have the desired fit and the lace is placed exactly where I want it, I can go in and just start to press down on the lace so that I can get it melted into my skin. Here you see me cutting away that extra air tab. A lot of times, especially when you reuse units, it won't be the same fit every time. And so chipping away at the lace and tweaking it is kind of something you always have to do each time you install. I'm just taking my blow dryer and I'm just making sure the heat kind of makes the lace and the glue just melt together a little bit faster. So that's just what I'm doing. And I'm just trying to take all of the necessary steps before I tie this down. And so already it's starting to look realistic. What I am going to do is continue to go in. I'm going to make new sideburns, and that's just what you see me doing here. Just preparing and taking extra hair out for the baby hairs that I want. And I also going to go back in and pluck, but I'll do that later in a few moments. That excess glue that you see on my forehead, you see like a shiny residue or film, I'm going to take my rubbing alcohol and just remove that. That is also something you want to do before you tie your lace down to get that final meltdown, because the glue is like rubber, and so you don't want your unit to be to have like a gray cast or something like that because you have extra glue. And so I'm going in with that alcohol again because when it's good glue, it's a little stubborn. So I'm taking a Q-tip and I'm just going to continue inching at removing that extra glue from the hairline. These are all the steps that a beautician would take to make sure your install is seamless and flawless. So you want to do the same for yourself. It's tedious, but it works out and it pays off in the end. So now I'm going in with my tweezers and I'm just removing the density from the hairline. Even our natural hairlines are going to be a lot thinner in the sides and nape area of our hair. I'm also going to go in and just perfect that part to make it look a lot more realistic. The major thing with lace units is just removing a lot of the density. When you remove the density from the parting area as well as like the sides of your hairline, especially with the side part, that's the difference between making it look natural. And you guys, I hate to see when women have side part units and it's just slick back, but it's very dense. It reminds me of like Star Wars wigs. I hate them. So just make sure you go in with your tweezers. You can get a great pair of tweezers from the beauty supply store or the dollar store. So just make sure you go in with your tweezers, and especially closest to your ear, you want to remove a lot of that density. And as I said before, if you have excess glue, you want to continue to go in with your alcohol and just remove it. These steps are very tedious and sometimes time consuming, but they're the difference between a decent wig and a great wig. So just keep working at it. That's my elastic band, and I got a roll of that elastic band from Amazon. So once I have the desired look, which I'm close to it right here, I'm just going to pull my hair back so that I can start to get my elastic band popping. And I actually fixed that side off camera only because it wasn't necessary, it wasn't showing, and I was just pretty much trying to get through the video, but I do fix it to make it flat. My elastic band, my scissors were giving me a hard time with trying to cut my elastic band, so I found some bigger ones and I'm coming right back. But while you don't see me, what I'm basically going to do is just take that elastic band and I'm going to lay the unit down. Now this is like my secret weapon. This is going to take the unit from like melted to completely melted into my skin. So you don't have to leave it on for more than 15 minutes, but I'm going to leave it on while I cut the hair and style it. So I'll be right with you guys in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And so I found a spot in the bathroom. Hopefully this is a good angle. You can see my ring light and I'm using my phone, but hopefully that does not get in the way of the tutorial. So what I'm just doing is taking my Nairobi mousse and I'm just gonna put that on both parts of my hair as well as the back section, and I'm going to be heating up my hot comb while I'm doing so. So I'm just going in with the Nairobi, and this helps tame flyaways, but we're really going to use it to make our install even flatter than it already is, because the difference between, again, a decent wig and a great one, another difference is just it being really flat and seamless. And so my hot comb is pretty hot, but we want it even hotter than this. So I would say give it a few minutes, but I'm just going in with the level of heat that we have, and I'm using the comb as well as the back section to just smooth out this first layer of hair, but we're going to do it multiple times as I'm going in customizing. And so first I just use my Nairobi setting lotion, and then I am eventually going to go in with a wax stick. But I just want to get that first layer of flatness. Honestly, with a hot comb, your technique is going to be pretty dependent on how hot it is and how much time you spend passing it through. So now I'm going to take my Caracare wax stick. You can get this at your local beauty supply store. So I'm going to go in with my Caracare stick, and I'm using it to tame the flyaways, but I'm also using it to flatten out that unit. So this is going to give it a sleek look, and this is going to make it look more realistic. I'm just brushing up my hair to see what we're working with, and then I'm going to go back in with that hot comb. Now, when you're hot combing your unit, you want to make sure that you're moving it in the direction that you want the hair to lay, because this will help your hair look extremely molded without looking hard. It will give it a nice luster, and it will be able to flow and be smooth directly in the directions that you want it in. I hope that that makes sense, but you'll see what I'm doing. And so I know that I will want the hair probably behind my head, so I am flattening out the part, but I'm also combing it back, so that way when it falls behind my ears, it looks completely natural, because it is really, really flat as your natural hair would be. And so I'm just going in. A lot of women forget is to hot comb the back. You want to make sure the back of your unit, where the top of the point of your head or the top of your head would be, you want to make sure you also make that extremely flat. I'm going in with, I usually use powder, but today I went in with my foundation, and I just took a little tiny eyeshadow brush, and I'm just defining that part, so that, as I said before, there was a bit of a red tint to the lace. I added lace tint and foundation to the bottom, but I'm going to go in with in the parting section, and I'm just going to make sure that, again, I'm doing all of this to make sure my unit is seamless, and I'm just adding it to that part. And you can see how defined my part looks already. So we're going to keep going. Again, going in with my hot comb, because like I said, you want to do this in layers and in stages, so that each time you do it, the hot comb is hotter, and so it's going to lay extremely flat. I'm liking what I see so far. Now I'm just going in with my razor comb and I'm going to use both sides, and what I'm trying to do is just create some layers, not really large defined layers, but I just want this unit, since it is a side part, I want to give like a natural hair, sorry, natural hair motion. This is kind of like how in the early 2000s the girls would wear their weave. So I'm just going in and I'm just creating light natural layers. I'm also going to trim the ends of the hair just to make sure it is a little bit even. I'm recording this next day and I actually went in again, but I'm recording more videos so you'll be able to see that it's a little bit shorter, not much, but you just want to go in and create your light layers using a razor comb. You can get your razor comb at any local beauty supply store. And actually on the packaging, it lets you know which side is for like sharp layers, and then the other one, which is just for like perfecting the cut, kind of. That makes sense. It'll all make sense on the packaging. But yeah, I'm just going in creating those layers and then trimming the ends as I go. And yeah, make sure you have a broom on hand because you're going to need to sweep all of this up. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying. I'm going to shut up now and let you guys just enjoy watching. I am about to remove my elastic band to check my progress, and check this out. If you go back and you look at how the unit was when I first placed it on my head, there is a huge difference. I'm just going in with the remainder of that foundation, and I'm just putting it on little pieces of the lace, again, just to add a bit more of a seamless look, so that any pieces that were a bit tinted that I feel like I didn't get during the beginning of the video, I'm doing it now. I got some foundation in my hair from my hand, but I'm going to remove that by the time you guys see the finished product. Sorry guys if you hear me sniffling. I have really bad allergies, so I'm just going in now and I'm just doing my final tweaks. So I felt like there was a piece of the lace that wasn't completely melted down, so I'm just going in with the Q-tip just to lay that final piece of lace down. And these are things that you want to make sure you do, although I'm sure you'll be tired and over it by the time you get to this step. But you want to make sure that everything is laid down and everything is melted. Even the best of us miss a piece or two. So I'm just going in and laying that down. and I'm going to begin creating my baby hairs. And I'm just taking really thin pieces of hair, and I'm just going to razor them with a razor comb and just create one little swoop. I actually don't like baby hair on my colored units with the side part. It's always nice to have like a little swoop, just because that's pretty much what I do with my real hair. So, and you guys can kind of see like that lighter strip that I created in the beginning of the video. You can kind of see it in this lighting. And now I'm just molding that sideburn that you guys saw me create in the beginning of the video. I'm razor combing that as well, and I like really thick curved sideburns. I'm not really into the baby hair, but I love like a nice sideburn because that is also what I do with my natural baby hair. So I love to do like big little swoops on the side. That's what I do with my real hair, so that's what I'm going to do with my units. And I went ahead and I did my final layer of flat ironing just to like give the hair some bump. I did that off camera, not on purpose. I just didn't realize I wasn't recording, but you'll be able to see the finished product. And here, I'm just showing you what it would look like.
So this is the final look. I hope you guys did enjoy. The hair colors that I use will be listed down below. If you're interested in this particular unit, I'll also list that down below. I just want to thank you guys for continuing to support my growing new channel. I'll be doing a few more of these videos, so if you like them, don't forget to thumbs up, comment, like, and definitely subscribe. Because I really do enjoy them. They're a creative outlet with everything that's going on, but it's also really informative. I feel like a lot of times, women, especially in my age range, we purchase brand new units when we could just revamp an old one. And this wig was like really a mess. It was a little bit longer, but it was like matted together. The hair was brittle, and I literally brought it back to life in less than 30 minutes. So it definitely is possible. So I hope you guys enjoy. And while you're here, don't forget to also check out my SoundCloud. My SoundCloud name is ellaesco, and esco is ESCO. And yeah, I'm dropping new music. I'm really working hard on my stuff. So stay tuned and enjoy your holidays. Bye guys.